Hey everyone, this is Shelly. I am coming to you on the road, headed to Alice. I was going to say Dallas. Alice, Texas. The rigs, oh yeah, those things are huge. I've been trying to get a picture of the rigs out here. I just think they're cool. So, I started a website for Coffee, Anxiety, and Love. Coffee, Anxiety, and Love started out as a journal that would companion my spiritual journey and diarying up to us getting on the road. We are officially on the road now. In a sense, we're on private property right now. We're going to be there for a good while working, and we're still venturing out here and there. Our adventures are going to be mostly outdoor adventures and not like too many amusement parks or things like that, touristy kind of things, only because we have our dogs. And if dogs aren't allowed, then we're not even considering it. And if we do want to do something, for ourselves and something different, then, there's ways that we've been able to contain the dogs or are going to be able to contain the dogs so that they can be at the property by themselves and still be able to move around. Because we do not want to leave them in the trailer, especially the big dog. She's still a baby. Sochin, she's still a baby, and she is still, getting into things, tearing stuff up. So that's not an option to leave them in the trailer too long. So, but what I did want to ask to some of my people that are usually out there watching my videos and things like that, give me or help me find ideas on topics and features I can run on my website. Right now I have a wellness tab, a mindset tab, a fur baby tab, and everything is pretty much into our day-to-days, what's going on with us, what we've been doing. I don't like the glare. What the kids are doing, our fur babies and things like that. So I'm kind of looking for more ideas or features or things like this. I'm doing next month. I'm trying to populate as much as I can on the website. It's pretty bare right now, and I'm still learning how to do the website, how to design it, how to make things pop up where they need to pop up. It's very complicated. I didn't buy a system that has AI, so I kind of have to figure this out on my own and kind of thumb around with it. And it's very overwhelming and stressful, but I've been doing all right. So right now, some of the things that I'm thinking about, I'm going to do a workout of the week, which ties into Luna Fitness, and I'm promoting Luna Fitness on the website as well. And then we're doing a mindset tab that's going to have a breakout in there for, I'm not really sure what I want to call it yet, but I'm doing a mindset as far as, spiritual health, like plants and things that we find along the way, that are going to be good for healing or medicines or tinctures or things like that. And then there's also going to be a tab dedicated to my moon journey, and I follow the moon phases, I follow the moon path, full moon every month, and then new moon today, and I want to start doing write-ups on that under those tabs. I haven't figured out how I'm going to name it or whatever. So it's the moon phases and things that come along with that, spiritual journey, herbal medicines that we find along the way. We're doing a pet of the month. I'm going to try to do a pet of the month series. And then I want to do, of course, we're journaling our day-to-day lives as much as possible. I try to do daily, or maybe, every 3 days or weekly, something like that. And then just things that we find out on the ranch and new things that we see. And then I'm doing a maybe a survival type feature. And when I say survival, CJ and I have been watching, I don't know if y'all know, it's called Naked and Alone, and then, no, Naked and Afraid, and then there's another one called Alone. And Alone is the one that we really talk about a lot, because basically it is what it is. They put you out in this harsh environment, usually cold, and you're set out there by yourself, and you're supposed to figure out how to survive for, I think the big contestant was 90 days, so 3 months. 3 months by yourself in harsh environments.
Rock House made it 100 days.
Yeah, Rock House made it 100 days. I forgot what his name is, and I forgot what season. I'll verify it for you, but that was our favorite season.
It was season 7.
Was it season 7?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it was season 7. I'll verify it for you, but basically you're out there on your own in the elements trying to figure out how you're going to find food, shelter, water, everything you need. It's not like Naked and Afraid. Naked and Afraid is just that. They said you're out there naked, you're out there for 21 days, and basically that's a mind game. Naked and Afraid is a mind game because you're out there in the elements with absolutely nothing. They give you maybe like a knife and a fire starter and a pot, and there you go on your way. You're no clothes, no shoes, no nothing. So Alone is the one that we've been watching, and you know, they don't send you out naked. You have clothes, you have something that's going to keep you warm, and you're surviving. They're usually survival background people or hunters or something like that. But we want to try. We don't want to go on those shows, but we want to try doing some survival techniques. And I have a healthy respect for fire because one of the camping trips we took, we had everything we needed. It's just the weather changed overnight, and it dropped like 20 degrees from the day, almost 30, to the night, and we were not prepared for that. We had, you know, some jackets and some long sleeves and whatever, but we were not prepared to be camping in 30-degree weather when it was almost 100 degrees outside in the daytime, and it was supposed to be, and then a cold front came through all of a sudden, and we were just sent into the cold. So it was kind of wet out there, and everything was wet, and it was incredibly hard to get the fire started. We got it started, and it took us 20, maybe 30 minutes, but keeping the fire going without having tender, dry pieces of log. We didn't have any kind of saw or anything to take down any pieces of wood that we could use for fire. So we kind of like basically used leaves and whatever fallen branches or whatever were there. And it was just a lot, constantly gathering and keeping the fire going so we could be warm and eat.
Not to mention the cougars that were out there.
Oh yeah, and then hearing the cougars. I mean, we didn't know while we were out there. We heard the noise, and we heard like like a chirping. It wasn't like a cat, like a meow. It's like a chirping or a clicking. And when we got back home, we checked it out, and it was cougars. So we have a healthy respect for these people who do these survival games, and it's not a game. They're putting themselves at risk, a big risk, and so I kind of want to do that kind of series on coffee anxiety, documenting how we are making fire without having a fire stick, how we are making fire in harsh conditions, and sometimes when it's too wet, you can't get it. I've seen these contestants. There is no way you're getting fire when, number one, it's wet already, and number two, it constantly rains over and over. You are without fire in the cold and wet. So we kind of want to figure out how to make the best of those situations and figure out how we would survive if we were dropped in somewhere like that. And I think that's going to be a very good series. And two, we get documented that we've been, doing these things. And I don't know, maybe somebody might want to go on the show later. I don't know. They've talked about it. I don't know. That's kind of scary. But I think my husband, I think CJ would do very, very good on one of these shows. Me, on the other hand, I might be able to build a shelter and gather, firewood and things like that. I'm not killing stuff. I can't do the hunting part of it. I can't do the hunting part of it. Oh, yeah, I don't think I would have. I'm just very squeamish, and not because it's gross or anything like that. I just don't. I'm got high anxiety. The name of the show is Coffee, Anxiety, and Love. I have high anxiety, so it's not squeamish to the sense like it's gross or whatever. No, I'm gonna eat. I want to eat. I don't mind eating all that. Ooh, that's pretty.
Come on.
But I don't like dealing with them because it touched me. That's the kind of thing I get, like the grasshoppers right now. It touched me. So yeah, that's where I'm at as far as hunting. I can't do the hunting part of this, so yeah, it's going to be a big conquer that I need to get over. And it's not a fear. It's just I don't like doing it, so I have to conquer that and be able to hunt. And because what happens if he gets hurt or he gets sick or something and we need to eat and I can't figure out how to get a dang squirrel, at least a squirrel. So I would need to figure out how to do that for myself. So yeah, if you have any ideas, suggestions, or thoughts on where I should, what I should do, feature, post, talk about on Coffee Anxiety, please help me out. Your input is greatly appreciated. I appreciate every single one of you who have been following me, who have been seeing my videos, who comment, or just like and share. That's the biggest thing. Share and like. It does a world of good for me. Love you guys. Have a great day. Happy, healthy, prosperous, and always abundant day.